Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Wednesday night, and it's D&D night.
We're back.
D&D for Saltmarsh Legends. Wednesday, 250 years into the future. What and the adventures in the city of Saltmarsh is growing. And the legends. Saltmarsh Legends. Not their Tuesday others, but the Saltmarshes. Legends. Wednesdays. The Natural Ones is the group name for this wonderful...
You emphasized the wrong word. It's the natural one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One.
Not the one, but the natural.
The natural ones.
Emphasizing is important.
It's like in that thing you do when everybody thought they were the Oneaters, and then they finally were just like, damn it, it's his wonders. You guys don't even know that movie. I am upset.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank God.
We got you.
Thank God.
So anyways, hello, everyone. Welcome again. I am Jay, your GM, also known as Neopet3 on the socials. But enough about me. We're going to introduce our players real quick, and who are they playing? And then we're going to get into this wonderful... So let's start off with Carrie. Who are you playing?
I am Carrie, and I am playing Bryn Broad River, and she is a half elf and slightly ill-tempered, and just kind of pretty much always done with everybody's BS. That's Bryn. Thank you for having me, boys. This is always a delight.
It's always a delight to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Jeff, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing mild-mannered, meek, and miserable Aviro Starborn, high elf wizard extraordinaire.
Okay.
I love it.
That's a good description, a new description. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, right.
Jim, who are you playing?
Jim Hawkmere1 on Twitter, and I am playing Glassstock Steelcloak, a dwarven warrior.
Warrior. With his battle axe.
I mean, of course he's a warrior. He's a dwarf. Why do you think any different?
All dwarves warriors. There's nothing else.
Well, I'm Jay, also known as Neopet3 on the socials, and I am your GM for this wonderful excursion, this mini campaign of Saltmarsh. Now, this is the fraternal twin, or the other show on Tuesdays every other week is the fraternal twin of this show. That is on Mini Terrain Domain, which is Jake has wonderfully given us permission to play on his channel with another group. That group is set in the village, about 150 years before this one. So things happen, and they can interchange of what happens here in this game may impact them, but mainly their game impacts this game, which we've seen some shenanigans and some spoilers between the two games and seen the connection. So if you want to catch up, go ahead and look at the VODs on this channel and Mini Terrain Domain to catch up on where they are. Who knows? There might be a spoiler tonight or two, depending on how things go. Oh, I've got some good stuff planned. But where we pick up, before I start, we want to thank everyone for joining us. And in tradition of, even though this is not MTD channel, we do believe in mental health. We do believe in everyone. So if you do need help, you do need a break, there is places for you to go. And if you have any questions, things of that nature, you can always put something in chat. But again, you matter. Just like Jasper's game day, you are not a critical failure. So please remember that. And we care about you. And thank you for joining us. And now to the show. So we pick up last time we played, the group decided to take a quest, a job through the Adventurers Guild, as I just blanked out for a quick second. The Adventurers Guild, which is populated in the most powerful guild in the city of Saltmarsh. This large guild that adventurers come from wide and from all around the realm. And there's Adventurers Guild throughout the realm. But the one in Saltmarsh has several of the job boards up. The natural ones decided to pick a job of finding a lost adventuring group in the abandoned dwarven mines just east of town. Now, the mines were very popular in the first part when it was just a village. It was a staple of income. But over the course of the years, the mine dried up and it was abandoned for some other reasons unknowns to the city and other adventurers. And
Spoilers!
How dare you?
Come on!
It was supposed to be unknownced.
Unknowns.
Kidding. Now it's knownced.
hey,
Now it's
No.
no
years. It doesn't matter. It could happen years after. So there's a lot of, there's no spoilers yet. Needless to say, an adventuring group has become lost or has not checked in, and it has been over a week. The job was to go into the mines, these abandoned mines, search for these, and bring them back or find proof of what happened to them. They were rumored that there were goblin sightings in the mines, and that's what the original group was going to investigate. And that's there. So we pick up as the morning light shines in the entrance of the cave. The group is camped down for the night and relaxed and got a good night's sleep with a watch. And in the morning, the sun kind of trickles in a little bit as they look over a large basin or hole, a 3-story, as the railroad or the mining tracks go down in a spiral down 3 levels to them. And there's on the second level, there's also some tunnels that go by, but they're sitting and they've looked over. And that's where we're going to pick up. So as the morning opens up, what would you like to do?
Have my unseen servant put away my tent.
I imagine while that's it, I like to imagine the camera shot is like from down below and like all of us sort of peeking over. And Bryn just goes like, and like sits way down and then like listens.
And you hear it's just
to
it's
see it.
nothing and nothing and nothing. Bloop.
That is so far down.
Oh, that's nothing. They can go much deeper than this.
That's what she said. I'm sure they have to be down there somewhere. Very
Bryn,
expensive.
Bryn, what did she say? I missed it. What did she say?
Finish putting your stuff away, Aviro. I'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
And I'm just like looking down. I'm like, oh, that is expensive. They have to be down there somewhere.
Now you do remember that you were given rough estimate of their location, the tunnel. So on the second level, one level down from where you are, because you're on the first level, second level, and the third level. On the second level,
Okay.
there is a tunnel system that goes off that they may have used to go and search. But then also in the third level, there is another passageway that mainly that the tracks kind of go that they were also going to potentially investigate as well. So one of those two is where they went.
Okay.
Well, Glassstock, you have to have some sort of, I don't know, cave eyes or something, don't you? Can't you like decide?
Yes,
Where
that's
they
what we
most
dwarves
likely
call
went?
it. We call it cave eyes. Yes.
Is that a slur? I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No.
I apologize.
I'm giving you a bad time.
Which way would you go if you didn't know where you were going?
Well, the easy way is to just follow the tracks because they spiral down. What I'm more worried about, though, is their condition.
Oh, Can we ride a minecart? Glassstock, unless it is certain death, I want to ride a minecart so badly.
It's certain
Tell me
death.
we can.
It's certain death. It's clearly certain death. That looks like certain death. Look at the state of these. There's no way we're riding a mine car.
It's not fun unless there's a chance we could die.
Well, of course. I want to investigate the tracks specifically. Like, can we? Because we all have infravision. Can we see the spot where the little bridge goes over on the far side? Because it looks like there may be some of the tracks have fallen away. underneath that bridge. Can we see that from where we are,
So
Jay?
this bridge over here, like right. Okay, so
Yeah.
this part right here, there is a little bit of, what's the word? I gotta check. Yep, I'm messing things up right now. 1 second.
What are you doing?
I'm messing things up.
What's with
There
the
we
grid?
go. There we go. Now we're back. We're better. So
I like the grid. I'm a math teacher. Sorry. Okay.
right. All right, children. Anyways, right here, there does appear to be a little bit of an opening. This one, it's a little rinky dinky, but it's probably still pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
What I'm more worried about is because it spirals down going clockwise, correct?
yes. Yep. So this down right here is down in the area.
That's actually, yeah. So what I'm actually worried about is the section of the tracks that goes underneath the bridge directly north of us.
So this
Okay.
part right here.
You do see that there are stairs
Yeah.
that go down,
Yeah.
right? You see there are stairs. Perhaps we could take stairs, which are much
Yes,
safer.
it's called an incline. Yeah, because it looks like it might have an opening there. So that's what I was trying to verify is whether what I'm trying to figure out is can we just follow the tracks and go down in the spiral, or should we go across the bridge first and then maybe climb down to follow?
I kind of look out at the bridge and I'm like, I don't want to walk across that bridge.
Oh no, we'll throw a
Look at it.
zero
The bones
across
are all
first.
rotten. That's terrible.
What? I don't. Hang on.
I'm joking. I could never throw you that far. Now, if I had a catapult, that would be different.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, well, you're not going to like where
go somewhere.
You're not going to like where we're going anyway, wood boy. But
I want to go down on the mine cart.
yeah, well,
And then if I get into trouble, you guys can come down and get me on the stairs.
so yeah, so the area I'm worried about is this area right here. Jay.
Yeah,
Can we
you can see that, and that's fine.
That's a shadow.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what you're looking at is the shadow.
It's the shadow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would say let's just for right now, since it's most likely they checked out this first level. We can always come back to this if we need to, but let's continue down and see what we can see on the next level down.
As much as I hate to say this, perhaps we should start at the lowest level and work our way outwards.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Well, that way we're on our way. We're always leaving that way. No matter where we go, it's always leaving.
Always on our way out.
Start at the bottom and then work our way outwards, rather than searching places where they've already searched.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying let's bypass this first level and then just start on the second.
But the third is the lowest Glassstock. There's a
Yeah, but they may not have made it that far.
I think Aviro is suggesting we start on the bottom, the third level, and then go all the way back up. But I agree with Glassstock. That's too much work. We don't want to go that far down if we don't have to. And who the hell knows what's down there?
Yeah.
Could be goblins, could be kobolds. We don't know. Do you really want to get eaten alive by kobolds?
No, very much not. In fact,
Yeah,
let's just go.
people
Let's just
alive.
turn around and we'll go and we'll search the swamp for those marsh breeds.
No.
That's a much better idea.
Yeah, I say we just start following the tracks down, and then we can stop off at any of the little side passages, just check them out real quick, and then continue down.
I think that's a phenomenal idea. I'm on board.
All right.
Just for your information, this passageway right here is still classified as level 1. So this is all level 1. And so the next map will be level 2. That there's some tunnels in that. That was what you were informed of from the Adventurers Guild as one of the possible ways to go.
Yeah. We my gut feeling is that they're probably lost in one of the tunnels further down.
So I suppose I can't take the mine cart if we're stopping halfway down.
Well, do we see a minecart?
Is there a mine cart?
Right here, there's a minecart, and right there is a
Oh.
minecart.
Oh! Glasslock, please tell me it's safe.
What condition are they in?
If it's like a B- safe, I am hopping in that mine cart.
Right. Can I make a check and tell her?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of at this point I'm sort of joking with Glassstock, and I'm like, please, Dad, can I go down in the mine cart? And I'm like punching him on the shoulders. And
give me either an intelligence or a wisdom, or what would you think?
Well, I have advantage on something when it comes to
dexterity.
no, yeah, I wish. Well, we know it's not perception. Oh no, wait, that's the Star Wars campaign. Where is it? Under my racial abilities. I get advantage on something when it comes to like using history or something like that when it comes to like stonework and stuff like that.
So I guess either history or intelligence or wisdom, I would say, because you're just kind of looking at this, but you do get advantage on it. So whichever you...
Yeah. Whenever I make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, proficient in history, I double my proficiency.
Yeah, give me just a straight intelligence, or give me a history intelligence, whichever you like.
It doesn't. Well, it's the same either way. So,
Can I just do a history roll?
Sure. Give me a You can give me a history roll, or an intelligence check. Actually, would be better.
Oh, oops. All right. Well, ignore that. Ignore that. So it's a straight intelligence check. That's this.
So Vero got a 9.
No, that was my history check.
Sorry.
Yeah, I also got a 9. So it's.
Can I just make a perception, just a general? I know nothing.
A disadvantage, just because you're gonna win. I know it.
Oh,
I actually. For me, that's actually a 12.
I got a 5, so I know nothing, Jon Snow.
I didn't see your thing come up.
I actually.
Interesting.
Oh, mine?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Mine came up on roll 20. Yeah. Yeah. Because I get to add I'm considered proficient in history, and I double my proficiency bonus. So that would be a 12.
And that was your advantage because you get to roll twice.
No, it's not an advantage. It's I'm considered proficient, and I double my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So it's
12 is enough. It's old and rusty, but it's still functional. It would still work. You take a little bit of effort to get on it, but it would go.
Okay. Let me make a deal with you, Bryn.
Okay.
Since that would make a lot of noise and we don't want to attract any unwanted attention right now, why don't we come back to it and then you can ride it later?
And then I want to insight check him. Is he actually planning on letting me ride it later? This is a 18. Are you bluffing or are you telling the truth?
Nope. I have every intention to let you ride it as long as we know it's safe.
I stick out my hand to shake your hand. And I shake your hand vigorously. Okay. I'm like, it's a deal. I'll hold you to it now.
Yep. You got my promise. I just don't want to attract any unwanted attention at this point.
Nor do I. That's very smart. Yeah. Well, let's find the boring stairs. Vero, you're good at finding boring things.
I know exactly where the stairs are. I've already found them.
Oh my gosh.
You have to walk across to get to the stairs. You either have to walk across this platform right here to get to the other side, or you take the tracks down.
Like just walk on the tracks.
Yeah, that's my suggestion is we just walk on the tracks.
I agree. I think we should just walk on the tracks. It's longer, but you don't have to walk on any of those rotten boards.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Start making my way down.
Everyone just give me one dexterity saving throw. Or dexterity skill check.
Just a straight up dex check.
Straight up dex check.
Oh, 18, baby.
Oh, dirty 20.
Whoa! Look at how dexy we all are.
Nice. What did you come up with, Carrie?
15.
Oh, no
I
problem.
apologize. I said
Sorry,
it.
I didn't catch it.
I think Jim said it at the exact same time.
Nice.
That's okay.
Yeah, you go and you see there might be one or two boards that are not, they might be a little flimsy, but they're still, good. And you're pretty sure they're, as you're walking, no problem. You're not hitting any bad boards. All the boards look good. You're kind of inspecting on the way down as well. It looks relatively safe that, even with a cart, you're going to get all the way down and to the second level, and it should be okay. Barring any like heavy too much weight, barring anything like that.
We all turned to Glassstock very slowly.
Hey. I'm a very svelte 180 pounds without my armor on.
Yes.
All 4 foot tall of me.
So you're
deceptive. You're shaped like a square.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so the right here, actually, I just let me change back to the. So this particular map, as you get to about right here, you notice a stairwell going down. So this stairwell actually goes to the second level, not so this was your walking way to get to the second level. And this is
Vero, look, your favorite. Boring stairs.
Stairs. Let's take these wonderful, safe, very, very safe stairs. Yes.
The box that was there, has it been opened and searched?
That box is a rail cart.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Really? That was
Another cart.
There
There
was
was
like
there were
a
two.
crate. No. Right there by the stairs. It looked like there was a crate.
on this
the
one
map.
right here.
No, on the
On
last,
the last one.
Yeah, the last one.
It's old. It's empty. It's been searched.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
all
so
the
they've
crates right
obviously-
now that are on the maps right now, they've been searched.
They're just
Okay, I was
empty
just double checking.
cobwebs.
There's
Yeah.
there are old cobwebs and stuff like that on them, and yeah.
Okay. Just to humor Vero, I suggest we go down the stairs.
How grand. Look at how great these stairs are. Ooh, this is some very, very excellent granite that we're walking through. You can tell by the, what am I telling you for?
He's telling a dwarf, "Oh, it's granite." Dwarf turns
Yes,
and
but
looks
you
at him.
see here, you can tell
Really?
how old this granite is by the striations going on. It's right here. It's right. Back me up here.
Oh, I don't know, Vero. It seems pretty unsafe. There's no handholds.
Handhold, you a ninny.
It's getting nasty now.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear like leather creak at Bryn's waist as she her knuckles go white around the hilt of her dagger, and then she
Vera just walks on.
does some breathing exercises and and then relaxes and continues to follow the boys.
Wow.
I'm sure.
Call me
I'm
call me a
assuming
ninny again. I'm gonna break your legs.
Glassstock's leading the way. He probably just puts his hand back, towards Britain, just kind of shh. Just,
You hear what he called me?
I heard, but he's out of his element right now. Let him. Look, we got him this far. Let's just humor him a little bit. It'll be easier in the long run.
You're right. And I'm just staring daggers into the back of Avero's head to the point where I imagine he's like, something's itchy.
Couple of unconscious scratches.
And I was like, that's weird.
I'm still enjoying looking at the geology of the cave.
So interesting.
So
Yes.
as you
Okay.
make your way to the second level down here, you see there is a whole bunch of there seems to be a campsite that's relatively old. There's some crates and stuff like that in the area, cobwebs on them, definitely been abandoned. Some sticks and possibly right here is someone may have like an older bed, and there's no cobwebs on it. And you see that there was a remnants of a campfire.
Okay. There's a bed. Is there any like bed dressings on the
Nope.
bed, like blanket or anything like
looks like
that?
a makeshift. Someone wanted the floor to be a little bit more comfortable and put some straw and stuff like that on there to
Oh.
make it a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were here before, Vero.
What? I'm sorry. I was looking at this rock over here.
Who's the ninny now? We'll get you a feather mattress.
Can I do a roll for an investigation check for footprints to see if there are footprints or
you
tracks
may.
anywhere? I would like
Unconcerned.
Okay, yeah, investigation to see if there's any in the area. If we're gonna start tracking, then we're gonna move to survival.
Okay.
Can I would like to make a survival check as well,
Yeah,
please.
By all
Bryn's the tracker.
So dirty 19 on my investigation.
Ooh, nice.
You had to say Bryn is the tracker. I got an 8. I'm still so pissed at Aviro, I can't even see straight.
She's not concentrating well.
I'm enraged. And you hear Bryn like muttering under her breath, like, Minnie, I'll show you a Minnie. I'll break both your kneecaps. And just kind of like just enraged.
Glassstock.
Okay. While they're looking around that area, I want to kind of go around the corner here and check out what's in this area here.
Okay. So in that area, there seems to have been like supplies. Like there's a little bit of extra food. So it seems that this may have been about a week's worth or less than a week's worth of food that was kind of left here. So it looks like they may have camped here, went down, came back, and
so they were using it as a staging
but
area.
the thing about it is, it appears that it didn't last very long. Like it was only like a day, maybe 2, that they used as a staging area, because of the food is it's been almost a little over a week that this has been decaying. It went back, or the rations are, you could tell by the food, and some of it has gone spoiled, some of it hasn't. So they may have used it like for the first day or 2, but other than that, it hasn't been touched in over a week.
Okay. So it's not like trail ration. So it's not dried food. It's like more fresh stuff that's actually decaying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, they weren't the brightest if this is what they were planning on eating and stuff. Is there fresh water still? Or is it just food? Okay.
Can I make a different check? I don't know, it might be another survival check, but I want to look like at the fire and kind of see like, was it well built? I sort of want to know if like these kids sort of knew what they were doing, or if they are just probably freaking dead.
I think one of them was supposed to be a ranger.
Fighter type,
well,
possibly.
Supposed to be is the key word there.
Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation, got it. This is 16. Straight up.
It's a newbie, but not too. They were prepared, so they knew what they were doing by building the fire, but they're probably not prepared for a long excursion down here.
Okay.
Like I said, it's hard to say exactly, but they're definitely were new. There were tier 1 adventurers. They probably didn't, like I said, based off of some of the other stuff, they didn't pack correctly for some of the things. So they might not be prepared completely for what they might encounter down here.
Okay.
And remember, they were told they're looking for some goblins. And you have heard of tier 1 or beginning groups scoff at like battling goblins. Like it's an easy thing. And it could be that this group is one of those groups that think that, just go kill some goblins in the mine.
A little overconfident.
Well, clearly, and I kind of like, I yell over at, I'm like, Glassstock, what's over there?
This is their food stock, and not much of it is edible at this point.
So it's not like jerky and hardtack, it's like fruit and shit?
Nope, it's like a bunch of Averos came down here.
Hey! What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it's a lot of fresh fruit and
I mean, and I kind of like
vegetables. And
I slap my hand on Aviro's back, kind of at this point, sort of in a camaraderie kind of way, a little bit more friendly than you're maybe used to from Bryn. I'm like, it probably does mean that they were planning on coming down here, taking care of business, and going out. They weren't planning on spending much time. I noticed that from the fire. They definitely weren't planning on staying down here this long.
no.
Did I find anything with my 19 investigate check?
You did find footprints. So you did find they are old though. So you're fairly certain that they took they walked the rails down and kind of took that way. They actually maybe even you could see some footprints coming back up and in the area, but because of the amount, you're pretty sure they took a rail cart or they went down walking down that area.
I believe they went further down. I found these footprints.
What's over in this area?
Kind of just old. It used to be like a staging area for the old dwarven company to papers, but it's so old wood. There's nothing. It's just some old crates. Nothing of note. Anything like that.
Okay. Nothing on the table.
Yep, nothing. It's just there's like a little bit of cobwebs and things of that nature, but nothing out of the ordinary. Of just something that's been abandoned for decades.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's obvious that they stopped here. They went down at least once, came back, and that means they went down again.
Why would they do that?
Well, they obviously spent quite a bit of time searching. Perhaps just the way their food shows is they obviously didn't plan on being away from the camp at extended periods of time. So they've got it set up so that they'd probably drop their food to lighten their loads, would go down, search for a day, come back, eat, and then go back down again.
This is like base camp then.
Yep.
Oh.
I suppose we should press on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you have any idea how many times they went down and came back?
That would be you, Vero.
Do I have any idea how many times they went down and came back? A single time.
And it looks like they all, like, there's no all the boots and stuff that went down. They obviously came back up. Okay, so they didn't lose anybody right away.
4 people went down. 4 people came back up.
And then nothing, and then no more.
Then they
prints?
went down one more time. And
went
then they
down
not
again.
come back
Okay,
up.
that's okay. Well, okay.
How long have they been
Over
missing?
a week.
A week? Over a week.
Ugh.
Okay.
They should have been back.
Yeah.
They should have been.
Well,
They went in and they were overdue. They should have been, from what you were understanding, they were going to take 4 to 6 days touring down here and then come back. And it's been over a week since they've been missing. So it's been, they went down here a little over 2 weeks ago.
So there's like 6 days worth of rotting food over here.
Yep.
ugh.
Or no, actually only 4.
Okay.
Only 4 days of rotting food.
Oh, they didn't even prep properly.
Amateurs. Well,
I mean, that's just logic. Come on, you store your gear properly.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with storing the gear. The problem is not having the correct gear.
yeah. They should have jerky and hardtack and oats. They had tomatoes and things that would go bad. They didn't know what they were doing. They're
I do love
probably
a bit.
dead. We should go get their bodies.
Well, we don't know their bodies yet. We can assume they're bodies, but
Yeah. Well, my money's on bodies. Anybody want to take me up on it? I bet you 5 gold we find 5 bodies.
well, there's only 4 of them, so yes, I'll take that bet.
No, 4. I didn't take good notes. Sorry.
Witness, you said 5.
3 humans and a half elf. I must have considered both the half elf's parents. Anyway, 3. And
Therefore, you are
a half elf.
forfeit and 5 gold.
I'm not going.
No, let's
I'm gonna beat your ass. I kind of like I lean to Aviro and I'm like, we should go. Maybe
Yeah.
they're not dead.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
you're right. We should leave. Let's just skedaddle on out of here.
No, and I kind of like I'm already kind of marching towards the downward
and-
thing, and I just sort of yoink Aviro
Yeah.
by the back of the collar.
Can we assume Glassstock's in the front since he's the
100%.
Okay.
100%. You know what you're
Okay.
doing.
Okay, well, that's debatable, but okay,
We assume you know what you're doing.
exactly.
We are operating as if you know what you're doing.
We trust you implicitly. I'm sure it's not misplaced.
So what is this
Oh, contraction.
apparatus? Yeah,
1 second here. I was looking at the level that you're going to. Which apparatus? Where?
the rock that's got the rope wrapped around
It appears to be. It helps with a ladder system. Maybe pulling things up from below instead of.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yep,
like a
and
pulley
pulleys
system.
It's
Okay.
not a trap. It's not an Indiana Jones
And it
special.
could be that it
Good.
pulls up the carts as well. So it helps pull the carts up through around or lifting up different things too. Because when the
Oh.
carts go all the way down, they got to get all the way back up. And unless you got someone pushing them all the way up, this might be a contraption to be able to leery them and pull. You hook them on and they kind of pull all the way up to this point.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll just press on and we'll do a quick, as we come around this corner, we'll do a quick cursory search of here just to make sure there's nothing weird.
So as you get to here, you notice that it seems that this was, again, in another location. Probably this was a campsite like a decade ago, or maybe, or actually about a year ago. Someone made camp here. There's dried blood that were on here and things of that nature, but it's definitely over a year plus. So
Okay. It's
There's
obviously
dried
not.
blood.
on the plants right there, there's dried blood.
I would like to check out the dried blood.
Okay.
Investigation or
Investigation.
survival?
Investigation.
Okay. That's a 13. I kind of want to see, like, I've been in a fight or two. Does it seem like the amount of blood that would come from something getting eaten or something getting stabbed or somebody accidentally cutting themselves as they got the campfire
It
ready?
looks like that a large amount of the blood. So it was probably either from a stab wound or a bite, like something took a chunk out. But it's the amount of blood would be as someone would get to a bloody state and then got healed.
Could it perhaps be a butchery
Nope.
place where someone was butchering a
Nope.
Nope.
thing?
It's
Nope,
not.
not that. It's more of a, these were like someone that was bleeding and then healed. We're probably, or recovering
Oh.
after a lot.
Little
A little
infirmary.
infirmary, like a group, like a year or two previously used this as a base, and they came back and were healing because they encountered something down there, and that was just lots and lots of blood.
Oh.
So
I kind of look at this and I'm like, "They'll eat you alive, Aviro."
Wait, hey,
And I like pinch Aviro like in the side, like right under his ribs. I'm like, that would be a little backstrap, and I pinch him. And then I just kind of I'm laughing and at Aviro's discomfort, and I keep going.
nice.
Is this like a little waterfall?
Yes, it is. And it goes down to the third level.
Cool.
any fish?
Nope, no fish.
The waterfall?
So
There's trout jumping up.
Salmon.
Neat. I just reach off the bridge and I'm like,
no,
yoink.
there's no salmon or trout or anything. It's just, but it's fresh water. So there is a fresh water there.
Okay, I was going to ask that. Okay, so I was going to ask. So there is a source of fresh water. Okay, that's good.
The
Okay.
thing
All right,
that
well-
comes to mind as you're remembering is this is the second level, but there are no tunnels here to out. So their only tunnel system besides the railing is at the third level. And as you're looking down, there's some caves that are off, but you're not. So some of the intel that they received may not have been 100%.
Okay. Don't come back to tell the tale. No.
So
Okay.
as you make your
Where'd
way
they go?
down to the 3rd level,
Making my way
making
down.
your way down,
Just down. Just
you
down.
come down. You're coming down this direction,
Oh shit.
and you see a large cave opening here, and then the railing goes further into the mine.
Ooh.
So
There's another level.
you come down this. You come down here. So this goes up to level 2. So let me
Yeah.
do something here real quick.
Oh god, those are bones.
That goes up.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. That was
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
That goes up.
Okay.
Thank you,
So-
Jay. That's better even still.
So we can walk off this
Yes.
way. We can continue along the track and come down to where the water is. Or we can go along the bridge that goes across the water deeper into the
That is
system.
correct. And you do notice that there are 2. Well, right now there are 2, there's a passageway that leads this way.
Can we check
Yeah,
for
we can't
any
see
footprints
this
or
way.
Not
whatever?
yet, no. But eventually, if you go down here, you'll be able to.
Right.
Can we explore this tunnel entrance for shenaniganry or footprints or
Why, of course. I'm assuming what I have on right now is fogged to you. So
us?
let me reveal a little bit more. All right. So as you get to about right here, I'm gonna give you this.
Ooh.
Do we hear anything other than the water?
That's a great
Give me
question.
a perception check.
I would like to also
Everyone,
perception
give me a
check,
perception
please.
check.
Nice. Mine is a 17.
Okay. All right.
13. I'm too interested in the rocks.
You hear the sound of water, but you don't hear
Mhm.
anything really else. You might hear a faint squeak of like a small rat or some animal that's kind of running around. It's a mine shaft. They're really common. They're, the small
Right.
little mice and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Bats,
Whatever.
that's not uncommon.
yeah.
But it's nothing giant or anything like that. It's just that. So you can
Right.
occasionally hear something like that, but other than that, that is all you're hearing. And what I want reveal. There we go.
Oh lordy. Oh no. Oh gosh.
Okay.
I imagine that's when Glassdot comes around the corner. He's like, okay. Let's continue to investigate.
Group decision.
What?
My suggestion is we're methodical because I don't want anything coming up behind us. So I say we go off to this passage here to the left. We explore that. Then we come back to the tracks.
Yes. Methodology
Great
is always the
strategy.
best way to go.
Glassdot,
Yeah,
I trust you with my life. We're in a cave.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go into this passageway 1st, Jay. Slowly.
So yeah, you're
I love it. I love the fact that we all have infravision, which means we don't have any light that's giving away our
Yes.
position. So
oh yeah,
Right.
that
We're like the
is
Navy
so
SEAls,
huge
dude.
for you right now. That definitely is may come in handy.
Spoilers.
Humans
Yeah.
suck.
this coming from the guy who usually plays human rangers, and I'm the guy that's fucked in these
Yeah.
types of positions. So
So right here, you do notice
Welcome to the dark side.
a deep
Oh,
composing
no.
body and a decomposing
Mean the
body
dark visual
right
side?
here. They are of goblins that have been
Yeah.
Oh,
here for
okay.
probably several months.
okay.
I just kind of nonchalantly walk up to one. I'm like, and I like kick it. I'm like, well, looks like maybe they were less unexperienced than we gave them credit for.
No, too old.
What do you mean?
It's been dead too long.
Oh, you think it was dead before they got here?
Yeah. Also, don't kick anything.
All right.
In case you don't know, goblins have excellent hearing.
Sound like my dad. I just kind of like roll my eyes and I just cross.
Well,
my
I'm
arms.
probably older than you, so yes.
Well, after you.
All right. So
Is there any dust on my boots or on the hem of my?
There's a little bit, yeah. There's some cobwebs,
Okay,
old cobwebs that stick to it.
I use prestidigitation to clean
Of course you
myself
do.
up.
My
God.
God, you are wasting. No.
all right. So I'll move to like right here, Jay, so that I can see more of the openings
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
see the cavern area is here. Then there's about a 10-foot maybe lift or like a cliff, and then there's another level above that.
Oh. Interesting.
So this here is a cliff wall, and this up here would be the plateau on top of that.
Mhm.
What you're saying?
Okay. Okay.
Can we investigate, see if we find anything? Or is
About
it
how
perception?
high up? Did you already say it? Maybe I missed it. About high up is this
About 10
plateau?
feet.
10 feet.
10 feet.
What is these two things?
Good question.
I'm sorry, what's that?
The two,
Right here.
this and this down here.
It appears to be just old shelving unit, like wood stuff and things of that nature. Nothing
Oh,
of
okay.
note.
Well, can we
Is there
climb
anything-
up? Do you need a
anything down
boost?
here?
Nope, nothing. It's all pretty empty in here, in this level.
So, Jay, is this the lower part and this the upper part? Or the other way around?
Other way around.
No, that's the other way around.
This is the
Actually,
upper part.
let-
I'm like,
actually,
well,
let
we
me
need
take
to.
that back. No, this is the upper part. Let me get. You are correct. This is
Okay.
the upper part. This is the lower part,
Oh, nice. So we're
Okay,
pride wrapped.
that makes more sense.
Okay.
based off of where
Solid.
everything is as you're coming in. Yeah.
So if we walk up to the edge
Mhm.
here, what is this area
That is
here?
just dirt. Absolutely just dirt.
Okay.
G-
Which looks weird when you consider this is all rock.
It's rocky dirt and slide. And just
Okay.
for players,
Probably
it's the
just-
GM covering things up. That's not that from the original map. So.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sure Vero can fill you in on all the geology if
Mhm.
you're curious, Glassdock. And I kind of
you
like
see Glassstock, what that is that is sand for a process referred to as fracking. It is fracking sand.
fracking's very dangerous.
It's part of the mining process. I'm
Yeah, that's what she said.
surprised you don't know about
Um,
this.
I'm gonna climb down to that area.
Okay.
Careful, Glassdock, careful. And I kind of like, I'm like, hold on, 10 feet for you, it'll like break your leg.
Do you
yeah.
need some rope? I got
Nope.
rope.
I have rope, but I'm just gonna
Okay,
shimmy
I'm not
it
gonna
down.
make you rope or anything, but yeah, you get down there.
Yeah.
You kind of search.
We take our time.
I will say that this area right here, that is a tunnel system that gets it. That's a tunnel system that goes into the mine.
Okay.
So that's the entrance to a tunnel system.
Okay.
And if you would like to make an investigate or survival check, everyone in the area.
All of us or just him?
Since Glassdock is right here for right now, Glassdock can make the survival check. But if anyone else gets in the area, then they would be able to.
I will eventually get there, and I'll see him looking around and start
Survival?
looking around myself.
There's that one, baby.
Attaboy! Oh no! Oh, what's that? Is that a 1? Did I roll it? Oh, wait. No, it wasn't me. That's weird. It's almost like probability happens to everyone equally. I got a dirty 20. Sorry, Jim. That was over the top, and I apologize. I went off.
No. Look. I'm glad. I'm just glad we all didn't roll like shit on this first.
That would have been funny. That would have been good.
I mean, that's what happened that first session. Remember?
You're right.
You actually so Glassdog kind of looks around and kind of sees a tunnel and kind of sees it around and it's dark, and your dark vision played tricks on you, and you thought it was like it would go, but it might be blocked, maybe probably not. And
I was probably hoping it was blocked, so I just assumed it was.
And as you're looking around, you're kind of looking around for stuff. You literally are standing on the tracks. So every time you move and you're looking around, you're stepping on where some of the tracks were. So you think it's your tracks that you've been making because you're kind of going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Until Bryn eventually comes over and kind of sees, because you saw the tracks is the same thing. So the group went shimmy down, and you could see over to the left that there was a rope that was left there.
Oh, wow.
And then the tracks kind of go down that area just past where he is. So it's very clear that they came down this area and they went down that. But the tracks go in.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
They go in on that 18. You'll see that the tracks go down once, come back up, go down once, and that's it.
And then not back. Okay.
So this is obviously the way they went.
Yeah.
Well,
and never
to you, this is obviously the way they went.
Yeah. No, this is. I'm seeing the exact same thing we were seeing up above. 1 in, 1 out, 1 in. That's what she said.
I think they went this way, as he points down the tunnel.
You're very right, Aviro. The tracks here, and I kind of like looked down, and I pointed out to both the boys this time. So now Jim gets to play, and so then I'm like, yeah, I think they have to have gone down there. And if they didn't come back out, I'm guessing they were met with resistance.
Can I make a knowledge roll to see if I know what goblin tracks look like?
Sure.
That thing I may have read in a book somewhere. What would that be?
In a book?
Nature? Knowledge, nature?
Nature, history,
I guess
I
knowledge.
think. One of those two.
Nature or history? Well, they're the same
go
for
for
me. So, oh no. 10!
Ooh.
Yeah, you've heard of them, but you don't know what they look like. You've never, you know what they look like. You've idea, but you never really studied their feet. So you don't know because sometimes they wear boots, sometimes they wear no boots. So it's hard to determine.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, boys, for all we know, they're waiting right around the corner. Shall we arm ourselves? Make sure we're ready.
Yeah. Yes. Why don't the two of you go first?
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
I look at Glassdock and I sort of nod.
Yeah. Battle axe in hand. So, all right. Well, here we go.
Forward. I follow Glassdock.
So the tunnel winds down and kind of goes down a little bit further, and it's a tunnel system, and it branches as time goes on. You get down 50, you get down to 100, and then it starts breaking off into tunnels to the left and to the right and a little bit further down, and it starts to break off a little bit more, but this is kind of the main kind of tunneling system. Give me a survival check.
But there's no tracks as far as for ore carts.
For
the mine carts.
There's no tracks down here. So the mine carts are at a different location.
Can I roll for a stonework check? I want to tell if this was mined this way or more natural.
It was mined. You don't need to roll.
Okay.
It was mined. It's a mine.
Okay.
These are mined
Okay.
tunnels.
So they obviously were mining in this direction. but they never got to a point where they actually
You're
laid
pretty
tracks.
sure the tracks eventually meet up. So they mined
Okay.
this area as a tunnel to walk down instead of using the cart, and eventually some of the sides are what they were mining. So it was a combination of a tunnel system
Okay.
to meet to another location where the rail is, and then the some mining. So
Okay.
When everyone got their gear all ready to go, I went ahead and cast mage armor on
Okay.
myself.
Smart.
smart. All right. So as you're traveling down here, survival checks. Let's see if you can find the tracks.
I got a 10.
Ooh, I got 17.
Wow. Aviro's earning his stripes today, boy.
I got a 6.
So
Ooh.
everyone's up front. You kind of like, you think you go down this direction, and you notice, Aviro, you notice that Bryn and Glassdorf start going off to a left, like off to the left, following kind of a tunnel, and you clearly see the tunnels going off to the right.
Hello, tracks.
What?
This way, to the right, to the tracks, to the right. It goes to the right, not to the left.
I kind of at the point he says tracks, I sort of look down and realize there's no tracks, and I'm like, we were just shoring up this tunnel, weren't we, Glassstock?
Yep.
Yeah, making sure.
Oh, I
making
see.
sure there was nothing going to sneak up on us or you because you're in the back.
Reconnoitering. I fully understand. Very good. Very good.
So after about an hour of navigating these areas, and it eventually comes back up to a larger staging area that the company would, and the tracks from the second level come back here. So there's definitely tracks that, and there are more mining carts here, and then the tracks kind of lead out. So this was kind of like, and there was like bins of like where they would store stuff. So there were also storage bins in here. So you're pretty sure when they'd mine, they'd come in here, they would store them, and then they would go up. But they're all empty. Everything is empty. There's nothing in here. There's cobwebs on all the mining equipment. So it hasn't seen hands in decades, like hundreds of years.
So
Do we know what was mined here? Like what kind of mine this was?
Gold.
of course,
Okay.
I'd be happy to go over everything that was mined here in the entire history. There's a volume in the bar that I was paging through at breakfast the other morning.
On that note,
One of these days, I would like to hear the entire synopsis. Right now, we are very busy.
entertainment. So when Aviro mentions the books, you start drifting and remembering the book you read at the Wicked Goat thing.
Oh,
And then something paid attention to you because he had several books on the shelf. And you recall
yeah.
briefly one of the books you did not read. But you remember because of Vera was saying something, you're like, it made you kind of daydream a little bit. And then you recall one of the book names.
That happens when a bureau talks a lot.
I was going to say, I imagine
Yeah.
every time a Vero starts talking, slowly Bryn just
And there's
drifts
a
away.
book, and on the spine, and you said it was, is it a sheep or a god? Schroeder's sheep. It's a sheep. It's not a sheep.
Oh, Schroeder's shit.
Jeez.
Oh my god. And I just kind of keep
And
like,
you're pretty sure
I just gotta keep
there was a comment
daydreaming and-
about the cult of the purple sheep.
Cult of the Purple Sheep. Oh! I tuned in to the other night. Okay, Cult of the Purple Sheep. I'm writing that down. Cool. Okay. Like, and I just sort of like am thinking about it, and that is infinitely more interesting than whatever Aviro is saying.
As
Right.
you come back to Aviro's going on about tungsten as well as sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds.
Oh, Aviro, thank you so much. If you
well,
find
good.
any of those things, let me know. We can sell it probably and make more
Oh, of
money than we're
course.
going to when we find the 4 dead bodies.
There's none in
Anybody's-
here right now.
I'm yelling. That's why I'm making sure he hears me. Is there any way
Oh, yeah. Oh,
forward?
yeah.
Are we
There's some other
continuing-
ways.
Okay.
But one of the things you do is that the tracks, is widened. So the tracks go, and you're pretty sure the trail goes on the side. So the tunneling is like a larger tunnel, and the railroad tracks are in the center, and this is the passageway they would use. So a lot of people, and this is the only way in and out of this area right now. In this main area. So it definitely is, you travel down this, and you're going to be traveling this for like an hour or two. Yeah.
Oh wow. I unarm myself. My sword's getting heavy.
Definitely you've been traveling for a good 4+ hours during this time, getting down there and stuff like that.
Wow.
So about halfway through your day.
Wow. So it's probably around noon right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Noon,
I
say.
need another survival check to make sure to see how much time it's taking, because occasionally you'll lose the tracks or not tracks and stuff like that.
I got a 14.
That's good for that. Anyone else?
12.
12 is pretty good.
I had 10.
It's okay. So yeah, you're keeping up, and you notice the tracks follow the main rails down into the mines. So you know that this is the main way in that you know of. And you're probably going down this particular shaft for about, I want to say, like I said, a half hour to that hour point. And then as you're getting up a little bit closer, you see the junction point.
Oh God.
I say it's a junction point.
Bryn doesn't react that way. Bryn's just annoyed. Can I go up?
Just shaking his head.
I'm gonna go to the junction and see if I can tell what happened with the tracks.
Give me an investigation look. Check.
Investigation, you say? That is an 18.
Yeah. So the tracks kind of come. The cart itself, or the rotation hasn't moved for a long time, and it's pretty rusted. But you think if you could, if someone really strong might be able to move it. But you do notice the tracks go off in this direction.
Okay.
So
North.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it appears that we are coming in from this way. Okay. Well, it appears they go off to the right here. And I kind of like...
Did they go that way both times?
Bryn is... Oh, good question.
No. So with the 18, you notice that down here, there was quite a bit of tracks that was in and out.
Okay.
You notice that they went down this direction and came back. And they went down this direction. Because, like I said,
They did not
come back. Like I said, you're about right. When you're there, sorry. When you're in this area, that's when you notice that information. So that you can tell. You can't tell from back here. You can tell from right here that they went south and then they went north. So it appears that the tracks continue up through this northern part.
So looks like they didn't find whatever they were looking for to the south. And unfortunately, it looks like they did find what they were looking for to the north. Shall we go that way?
Yep.
How's everybody doing? Are you tired? Aviro, how are your delicate, milky thighs? Are you tired?
I'm a bit peckish. I could do with something to eat.
Does anybody have a sandwich?
Did you say milky thighs?
Sure did.
I decline to raise my robes to check on the state of my thighs, but I could.
Haven't seen the sun in decades, I guarantee it. Well,
Jay, what is this? Is this like
it's
a ramp?
That goes up to another opening. Just like there's an opening over here, the opening that was over here, and you can see kind of a cave over here and over there.
But their tracks go past that, correct?
Okay.
Are there any tracks around it? Like something possibly came down.
Give me a perception check, or actually, an investigation check or survival check.
Ooh.
There appears to be maybe possibly a while ago, but nothing of note.
Okay. I don't want anything sneaking up on us.
Mm.
I'm all for pressing forward in their direction, but not at the cost of bypassing something that could come behind us.
Good point. That's a good question. Yeah. Smart. Good
As
plan.
much as I hate it, we could just poke our heads up there just to see what's up here, up this ramp. Just
Yeah.
for a moment to alleviate your fears.
Go ahead,
obviously.
Vero.
Right. About that.
Fine. And I kind of like I kind of look at the two of them. I'm like, well, I'm probably the quietest. And I sort of like sneak up very, very, very quietly. And I want to sneak up and I want to peek, see if there's anything over there. Can I stealth up there?
Yep. Give me a roll.
Perfect. Will do. 21.
21.
Nice.
So you sneak up here, and you're gonna look in this
Yeah,
area.
I sneak up there and I just want to kind of peek around the corner, sort of look over here.
Do you hear anything?
And see if I hear anything. I mean, it's general. Yeah.
So as you peer around the corner and you're looking and you're listening, you're kind of listening for a little bit. You hear.
Oh shit.
And they look up at you. Roll initiative.
Boys.
Damn it.
They what? They what?
I knew
They
it.
You
what?
hear alarm in Bryn's voice.
Knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Damn it.
19 on the initiative.
Wow. Attaboy. Thank God you're in the back.
6. Man, I am just on fire tonight.
Wow.
The game gods are furious at you.
Yep.
This is what you get for
That's what I
taunting.
get for mocking you and your
Mhm,
natural ones.
I didn't say anything. I knew the game gods would take care of it.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
What?
there's a 19 and a 6, and
I got a 12.
that's respectable.
Thanks.
That's respectable.
Thanks, Dad.
They're good. They're good. Just need a moment to get some.
Thanks, Mr. Gellerman. I studied really hard.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Is this a gold star?
Yeah, that's a gold star. Right?
I'll put this on my fridge at home.
Oh,
Getting ready to break my dice out because I'm not happy with D&D
Attaboy.
Beyond right now.
Attaboy.
all right. Let me.
Oh, great. And Jay's doing combat music. There we go.
All right.
Original Star Trek combat music,
That
too.
was for you, Joe.
Wow,
That was
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, right? The two-handed...
We're gonna do the ship crash. Ah! Just made like 2 people throw up.
Sorry to those 2 people.
Yeah, God bless.
We're glad you're still with us.
In case it matters, on the tie, Jay, I have a +4 initiative.
No worries. Okay.
Got you.
So. Oh, wait a minute. I did too many. Shoot. Okay. So, Abiro, you hear Bryn go, guys, and then you also hear coming from her direction this whelping of like, ah, and this language of just. No, it's like,
Does Aviro speak
Well,
Does Aviro speak Goblin?
I speak Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and
Oh,
Sylvan. It's
does
any of
anyone
those.
okay.
speak Goblin?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so yeah. So it's just hearing this language going off, this aggressive language. What would you like to do? You're first of initiative.
I shout, Bryn, did you find them?
Yes, holy shit, yes.
Oh, wonderful! Excellent! Bring them this way, and we can be out of here and be gone, and we can go back. What's wrong with them? Are they all right?
Is that 6 seconds?
Getting close. Are you holding your action?
No, he doesn't know they're goblins.
Oh God.
So
oh,
the first
God.
round, you're just going to be talking.
Yeah, he thinks she found them and that they are chattering in something
Love
happened to them. He
that.
doesn't.
Wow.
Jeff, I applaud you for staying in character. I really do.
Jeff,
At the expense of somebody else. That deserves
I was about to
inspiration.
say, you get inspiration for that.
Yes, attaboy.
You beat me to it, but that is,
Attaboy.
that is fully worth inspiration.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't mean to spoil the surprise.
Awesome.
Wow. Talent. That's
Yeah,
the color.
that is pure talent.
Jesus.
All righty.
I congratulate you now. And on the next turn, here we go. I'm about to get a freaking little shank in the throat.
So yeah, what do you so that is the goblin's turn.
That's Aviro's turn.
So that ends Aviro's turn. So the goblin, oops. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Uh-oh. Oh, D&D.
We can theater of the mind if we need to.
Yeah, no, roll 20 is being difficult right now because all of a sudden I cannot pull up the character. Okay, there it is. All right, so one of the goblins, yeah, Bryn, the goblin is gonna charge and try to attack you.
Good luck. Okay. I mean, I can't do anything, so I wait. I wait
Does
for
a
him.
19 hit you?
Oh yeah,
Take
sure
5
does.
points of slashing damage as he kind of jumps up
Oof.
at you and just attacks you, slashing you as the surprise and anger coming from you.
Oh god.
Bryn, it's your turn.
I want to slash that little SOB,
Okay.
please. With my short sword, here I go. Here I go with my short sword. It is time to hit with a 25.
hits.
Nice.
Yep. Alrighty, and that is a 1d6 plus 4 piercing. That is 7 points of damage on that
So
goblin.
what does it look like as you stab this goblin and it falls down to the ground?
Okay, so here's what I imagine. So he kind of like, Bryn is sort of surprised when he comes up and like frickin' slashes like and gets her sort of just on the shoulder, and then she like kind of touches and like finds her own blood and is like, and like just shish kebabs him down right through the top of his stupid head, and then just like has him there for a second and is like looking up at the other one, and that's my turn.
All righty. No bonus actions or anything like that?
You know what? Yes, I will disengage. I will look at the. I'm trying to decide if I want to like be a badass and stay, or if I want to be like.
Does she have to
Nope.
disengage? Does she have to use disengage if there's nothing engaged with her
There's
at this
nothing
point?
immediately near me, but I am
Okay.
gonna dash.
You can
I do
da-
want to
you can
get back
dash.
down
Yeah,
to the
you-
fellas.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
can
wanna
get
do.
back down here. No problem.
Okay, so I'll be down. I back down there, and you see Bryn is bleeding, and there's blood on her sword, and I'm like, I got one, and that's the end of my
All
turn.
right. So the other goblin comes out over here with his sword, and he looks over and he's like, and starts going, and he's kind of pointing the sword at you angrily, like.
Oh God, I feel like I like killed his wife. We just went into their house.
And that's pretty much all he can do right now because he can't. Yeah, that's it because he doesn't have his bow out. He's got a sword out. Yeah, so that's it. Which brings up Glassdoff.
How far away from me is he?
I'm gonna say about 30 feet.
My move's 25.
Damn it.
Well, you know what?
Because I have to go
Yeah,
up. That's the only thing.
It's about
So-
it's at 30 feet. Yeah.
Uh, so Jay, you and I had talked about this. So I'm going to use my crossbow, and I'm firing, but it's not a crossbow bolt that comes out of it. It's actually, it looks like a blue, well, it looks like a blue streak.
Yeah. You need to roll for an attack, don't you? Give me that roll.
12.
Ooh, a 12 does not hit.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's just, yeah, he just dodges out for a second as the blue bolt kind of just hits the wall behind him.
And yet we see a blue bolt coming out of Glassstock. I'm like,
crossbow,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We are in, I hit it too many times. All right. So, Aviro.
Do I now see that
Yes,
there's a
you see
goblin?
a goblin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Can I move to here? So I'm kind of like imposing myself between the goblin and Bryn.
Yep, no problem.
Whoa.
Okay.
What a man.
He's a man. All right.
Chivalry's alive and well.
Right? Ah! It's a goblin. What do I do? I don't know what to do.
Pew pew. That's what you do.
Shoot it, Avero!
He uses minor conjuration to make a 3 foot by 3 foot stone wall appear directly in front of him, which he then crouches behind.
God.
Help me understand. You create a wall.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, 3 foot, 3 foot high, 3 foot wide stone wall. And he then crouches down behind it.
He made a Gears of War chest high wall.
Yeah.
There it is. It's that.
Ta-da! And then he crouches down.
I love this so much. And I can only imagine Glassstock and Bryn after this. It takes some
I
time
imagine
to prep. It's prepping.
I imagine we kind of like we are looking at the goblins and we like are looking at Aviro, and then he makes this wall and I'm just like, and I look back at Glassstock and you just see you've seen Bryn pretty pissed off. You did not know this level of piss offedness existed in Bryn. You have fear in your heart.
All right.
And then she looks back up at the
Bryn,
goblin.
it's your turn.
How unfortunate. Well, I'm going to go up and I want to hit him with my short sword. I can get up there, yeah. I want to get up right to the top of the ramp here, and I want to try to hit him with my short sword. That's a 22 to hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And that's going to be a 1d6 plus 4. 5 points of damage.
He's still up.
Yeah.
So
as a bonus action, I want to disengage.
Perfect.
And dash. I want to go right back behind Glassstock, please.
So the goblin doesn't like this, and he's going to charge Glassstock because it's a dwarf, and he's also yelling. Your passive perceptions are picking up noises.
I knew this was going to happen.
Coming from up here.
Coming from where we came from?
Up here.
No.
From the north.
Oh,
From the direction we were going to go.
Yep.
Eesh.
But the goblin doesn't like what's going on, and he's going to attack you, Glassstock.
That's fine.
And 8 misses you. So
yes, it
he
does.
tries to swing the scimitar at you and misses you. Which brings up your turn.
Get him, bro.
Okay, well, I'm going to switch to my battle axe.
I was gonna say, in her heart, Bryn is excited. She sees a dwarf getting out his axe. It's like,
24.
Oh, it's time. Go back to the roots, bro. Let's go. You're like, you try to fight it, but you're like, hey, man, this is the axe.
11.
Yeah, you slice this.
It it didn't show up in I
Yeah,
clicked the wrong thing to make it show up.
Slice him in
Yeah.
half with this.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
From behind the wall, Avira just hears a sickening squelching noise.
Nice. Nice.
Which he peeks over. You just from here.
And you see Bryn look over her shoulder like, and I was just, you get me, bro. You get me. It's like zoop. I love it. Amazing.
So at the top of the round,
Oh.
you hear noises coming.
Bro.
Hide.
So we don't get any
Nope.
time between.
Nope, 'cause
well,
they're
okay.
going at this round.
Shit.
You see
Okay,
two
that's fine.
more running down. Actually, one running and one staying back. And the one staying back's got a short bow. And he's going to take a
Okay.
shot at Glasgow.
Of course he is.
22
Cover up, glass dog.
7
Shit. Okay.
points of
That's-
piercing damage.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, and there's clearly they were calling for, that one was calling for reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
Aviro, what are you going to do?
Avira is going to peek over the wall to see what's going on. He's also going to kind of hide and peek around. And he's going to hold his action until the one with the bow goes again and tries to shoot his bow. And when he tries to shoot his bow, Avira is going to mage hand the bowstring to try and make him misfire.
Ooh.
Look at you, creative. Holy
Look
hell.
at you.
Is that, so how are you going to do that again?
So he essentially, when game mechanic turns, I'm holding my action until one with the bow
Okay.
fires. When the one with the bow fires, Vera will cast Mage
got it.
Hand to
Basically to interfere with
interrupt,
his.
interfere with the firing of the
Well,
bow and have him misfire.
Now, what is the
miss.
range of Mage Hand, though? I thought it was like 30 feet.
Oh, is it? Well, let's just find out here. Rats, 30 feet.
So you would need to
Curses.
get to about you need to get to about where the ramp is to be able to get within that 30 feet.
Yep.
You
true
could
story.
hide behind the
All right.
ramp if you really wanted to.
Yeah, sure don't.
As a free action, you hear Bryn yell, Avira, get your ass out from behind that wall. And then that's it.
All right, hang on, looking up another spell.
Oh
quick.
boy. Getting out the book. Getting out the
Got
source
the book
material.
out.
God.
Serious business when we
Can
get out
I-
the source material.
All right, then I cast from behind the wall. I cast Grease, which is 60 feet
Perfect. Yep.
underneath the bowman.
Nice. What were you going to say, Jim?
I'll wait until it's just before your turn. I wanted to ask Jay, can I say something to Bryn before
Yeah.
her turn?
No problem. Yep.
Okay. All Go ahead.
So
Go ahead,
is
Avira.
there a saving throw on the grease since you're trying to grease the weapon? I'm assuming, or you're greasing him. Or actually,
under hit DC, it says Dex 14.
okay.
Here, I can look it back up again.
He failed with a 4.
Oh,
So he falls
suck
prone.
it. What now?
Prone. And then I duck back down with a squeak.
All right. Yeah, he falls prone. He's greased up. There's a whole bunch of grease on the floor there, and he slips and was not expecting that.
That is a 10-foot square. Yes.
10-foot square. Let me see something here. Oh, just out. Just out.
Oh, damn.
Wait,
I
if
knew what
he
you were
if he
looking for,
aimed
too.
between the two, oh, does he have to aim at somebody or does he aim a spot on the
He
ground?
aims a spot at the ground, but it's
So if he puts it between them, it would hit both of them because it'd be 5 feet in each direction.
not quite.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they're just outside.
It's just outside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Yeah.
get the bow. Get the bow, bro.
You got the bro.
Yeah.
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 The other guy was.
Yeah, so the guy with the bow.
Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Guy with the bow on the ground. Chrome. That's my turn.
Okay.
Hides
So
again.
he ran. So his turn was running out. That's pretty much his turn right now. So both of them were running
Okay.
out. He kept on running further and gets getting a little bit closer with his scimitar. Which brings up Glasgow.
Okay. No, it'd be Prince.
think I
That's
get
right.
to go.
I'm sorry. I messed up on that.
No, it's okay.
How much damage did you take, Bryn?
I took 5. I'm right at 9 out of 14 right now. If I had to put a number on it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna
Bryn has a.
okay, I'm not gonna
sure why.
I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do.
Okay.
So go ahead. You go ahead and you do your action.
Okay.
Because I've taken more damage than you have. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna get up to this goblin, and I want to hit him with my short sword. Here I go. That's a
That
16.
hits.
Ooh, nice. All right. Phew. I wasn't sure about that one. That's 6 points of damage.
Ooh. It's a good strike, but not enough to take it down.
Dang it. Ugh. And as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage, but actually, I kind of want to stay. Last act has taken more damage than me, so I want to stay kind of in front of him, returning the favor from before. So I'll stay right there.
Which brings up to Glasgow. Glasgow.
which being a male dwarf, he's not going to let a female half elf show him up in combat. So
It's a tag team process.
Sexism and racism and pride. That's like a lot of things. That's okay.
Yep.
Get up there.
25.
Nice. That hits.
Enjoy the kill shot,
Yeah,
you
you
bastard.
got the kill shot again.
I loosened it for you.
Yeah, now don't even roll damage where it didn't show up, but yeah.
Oh, and I maxed damage
Oh,
14.
you just cut him in half again.
Wow.
He's meat.
It's like,
Wow.
yeah,
Meat.
He's a fillet.
definitely. Which
Wow.
brings us to the top of the round and this goblin. I gotta, oh, he's gonna fight. He's
His passive action is he pisses his pants.
His passive action is he's pissing his pants. He has to stand up, so he's greased. He stands up, and let's see if he makes a saving throw to be able to stand up properly. 13. Does that make the save?
No, his DC's 14.
Yeah.
He tries to stand up, falls back down. Yeah, he's just trying to get up, falls back down. He's getting, it's just this,
So sad.
Which brings us to Aviro.
I peek over. I see that he's still on the ground. I shout, "Go get him!" And then I take the defensive action.
Action?
Hide behind the wall. Yeah, and hide behind the wall.
Amazing.
I love this so much.
That's what you call commitment. That's what you call commitment.
Such commitment. You know what?
This is method acting. No, don't give him
I'm
another
giving
one.
both of you inspiration for taking for accepting
Putting
this.
up with his shit.
Both of you are getting Jim and Carrie. You're getting inspiration for letting the role
Thank
play
you.
dictate the combat.
Yep.
It's just perfect.
Yep.
Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so that brings us to Bryn.
Okay, I'm gonna run up here and I want to try to hit him with my
Sure.
short sword. Here I go.
I think because he's prone, I think
Advantage.
I get to roll
Yes, you
at
do.
advantage.
yeah, your advantage. And if you hit him, I think it's a crit.
Ooh, well,
Ooh.
I don't think it's a crit.
Oh no, wait, maybe
it's
no,
one or the
no.
other.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
It's
advantage.
It's definitely advantage.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat 20, fellas.
There we go.
Great.
There we
The
go.
spreadsheet. Let's go. So I
Yay.
get. How do we do nat
so
20
how
in this
I
game?
would like to do nat 20s is you on a hit. If you do first is max damage. So you whatever it is, you automatically do max damage. Then you roll a second
Okay.
time,
Wow.
and whatever you get adds to the max damage.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
roll a
You
natural,
roll a d20 again?
no, it's just your normal damage. It's more or less you
Oh,
roll
roll
your
a
normal
damage, roll a
damage, and then you add on
Mhm.
max damage, like whatever the max damage is. So
Gotcha.
whatever you have,
Gotcha.
and that's your total amount of damage. Now here's the other thing:
So like I have.
if you roll
Yeah,
a
go
nat
ahead. I
1 in
apologize.
combat, I like how the other the creature you're attacking gets an attack of opportunity.
I like that too.
So
So real quick.
technically, because Carrie had advantage, she gets her backstab damage
Yes,
too.
she does.
So
I
that
don't know what
max.
that
And all max
means.
is complete.
Okay, so you're using a short sword.
Yeah,
So you do 6 from that. You get 2d6 from your. How many? You get 1d6 from your backstab.
I get 1d6 plus 4
Okay.
automatic. Well, yeah, 1d6
Okay, so you
plus
do
4
you
automatic,
do 10 plus another 6.
16.
That's you doing 16.
and then
now
plus
you
another
rolled the
6 for.
No. Now you roll the 2d6s for the short sword and your
Yeah.
backstab damage.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you're literally doing 16 plus 2 to
Mhm.
12.
Plus 4.
Well,
Jesus
no,
Christ,
you don't get to
boys, come
double
on.
the.
Oh,
She doesn't get to double her attribute damage on the crit. It's just the dice.
Okay. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, Jesus Christ, I need a freaking calculator. Anyway,
You
so I
rang.
got
I'm behind the wall.
1d6 plus 4.
Okay.
1d6
That's your
plus
normal-
4 automatic.
Mhm.
That's 10. 10 automatic.
That's your short sword. Plus your
Yes.
backstab damage, the max.
What is that? Is that
6.
sneak
Okay.
attack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
get 1 extra d6.
So that's
Yep.
And
16.
then I get another d6 plus 4 for my.
No. Now you just roll the dice for your sword and your backstab damage.
So just
So 2
Your
more
D6.
it could be
d6s.
just 2d6s. Yeah.
2 d6s. I got 9 on my 2 d6s.
So you did
Add to it,
25
whatever.
points of damage.
25.
You
Sure.
what does it? You just
you cut his head off.
just fillet. You just go.
I
right
imagine
through?
Bryn is running up anime style with her blade like down and like slashes up to the point where it sort of gets stuck in this thing and he's airborne for a second. And as he's airborne, she comes back the other way and cuts him in freaking quarters in
Yep.
the air. And he falls down in 4 equal pieces.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
and just blood
It's
all over the
sick.
place. As combat's
And she lands at a 3-point
is la-
stance.
yeah,
Pretty
it's
great.
perfect. And you don't hear anything else.
And you do all of that without entering the grease. Just from the side of the grease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being very aware of the
Yeah.
grease.
Yeah.
As soon as this is over, Bryn puts her sword away and is just walking with a purpose back this way. Glassdock, I imagine, goes to say something like nice job or whatever. She acknowledges him 0. And she is still walking with a purpose back this way. And she comes behind this wall, goes, "Get out here, you little fucker," and like pulls him out by his collar. It's like, "What the hell was that? You don't think we needed you?"
I was right here hiding. I helped.
Yes,
I made
we
him fall
could
down.
tell. And I like point to where I'm bleeding. I'm like, "You are down here. You are a part of this team. You are a part of these fights, whether you like it or not."
I helped.
You helped. None. You
I-
hid. You helped yourself.
He fell down because of me. Don't hit me.
I am this close. And I'm like just holding him. I'm just like, I'm enraged. My knuckles are white. I'm just like,
So I walk up behind Bryn and I put my hands on both of her shoulders and I start to turn her around. And as I'm turning her, you get all 5 of your lost hit points back.
oh, that feels better. Ooh. And I kind of like remember sort of what I'm doing because that like felt like very good. And I'm just like, if you ever do that again, so help me, I will kill you myself. Do you understand?
Can you be more specific about the that in that sentence?
Do you want me to?
I don't understand. No, I don't understand. I don't understand. What is it that you were specifically are not pleased about in this entire scenario?
And I want to walk Bryn like towards the goblins, and I'm talking to her, saying, "Let's search and see if we can find anything that may have belonged to the missing party."
I let him go. I let Aviro go with like a little bit of a shove.
He prestidigitates his robes clean.
Of course he does.
Oh God. And I'm just like walking and yeah, I want to search this guy that I'm near here.
Okay.
Yeah, you find about.
I think you're muted, my friend.
Who?
Or at the very least,
you
we
hear
can't
me
hear
now?
you. I see you. Yeah. Sir.
I hear you.
I can hear.
Okay.
I can hear you, Jay.
I hear you. I hear you,
Weird.
Jay.
Weird.
I can't hear anybody.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Hold on.
Oh no, it's you.
Oh, never mind. I hear you all again. I apologize.
There we
That
go.
was weird.
Wow.
Sorry.
No
Sorry,
worries.
sorry.
No worries.
I'm back.
Rage
Yeah,
Bryn goes deaf.
That's what you
Rage
get
Bryn,
for
just
threatening.
shut it
Rage
down.
Bryn goes deaf. Jay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself
Perfect.
also.
And
Thank you.
And I get 7 back.
Awesome.
Atta
So
boy.
this would be a great time as you're investigating, searching the bodies and stuff like that. We're gonna go to break.
Can we also
all
take a
right.
short rest? Can we take a short rest while we take a short break?
That
Might
will
be a great
discussed
idea.
on break. But we'll be right
Okay.
back.
Oh,
So everyone
okay.
wait. See you soon. Hello, everyone. We're back. Thank you for a quick break. Get that. We just finished our first combat. No, actually,
And we lived.
technically second combat.
Technically second.
Second
First
combat.
combat of a mission, a quest. So, you start searching the bodies. You find about 21 silver pieces. Nothing grand or anything like that, but basic weapon, goblin weapons, kind of useless when it comes to that. You gotta heal up.
Okay.
Now the question is, what would you like to do? You can press on and
Short
or
rest.
rest.
Short rest. Short rest. Short rest.
Short rest.
Okay. Well, I wish we had known we were taking a short rest and we would have wasted the spell slots. But okay.
Well, hold on. So we've been journeying in here. It's probably 1 o'clock.
If you want, Jim, if you
So-
want to hold back, if you're doing a short rest and want to roll hit points instead of your
Well,
spell,
no,
that's fine.
no, because the whole point of I if we're gonna short rest, I'm not gonna
Actually, go ahead.
I'm not gonna do the cure wounds on myself. The point of doing the cure wounds on Bryn was to help calm her down and get her away from Aviro. So I don't want to change
Okay.
that.
Like when a dog is misbehaving and you go just to kind of snap it out. Yep.
So short rest. I'm gonna do arcane recovery and regain a
Perfect.
spell slot.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Yeah. And then
in
so
this,
I'll
go ahead, Jim.
I'll waste one of my hit die to get my hit points back.
So it might be a moot point because I'm going to say for the rest of the day of traveling, while you're traveling and searching and stuff like that, the day is probably, you're not going to have any more encounters today. So and we're going to have a long rest. So we're going to expedite this a little bit. So I need 2 survival checks on how well you can track the adventuring party as they're going into the mines and stuff like that.
Woo! 21.
Okay.
Oh God, I got a 5.
Yep, same.
You're still so mad.
Yeah.
We're still
She's
so
so
mad.
mad.
He's still so pissed off that nat 20, baby.
Oh, there it is. Atta boy, you're balanced now. You're balanced.
There we go.
There we go. Scoreboard. Bitch. Let's go.
I get the impression that, yeah, you're just pissed. You're walking, and then all of a sudden, a Vero's like up this way. And what you notice, Jim, or excuse me, what Gastroff notices too, the goblins that kind of came up here, there was a set of like 6 goblins. And you're pretty sure that they all kind of came up, but 2 of them left and went back. And the 2 of them are along the same trajectory as the other the adventurers. Now the adventurer tracks are old, and with that nat 20, you realize it's about a week. The tracks have been about a week.
Okay.
The goblin tracks are probably within the last day.
Okay.
So, and as you're searching through the first day comes to an end, you find a perfect alcove to be able to get a good night's sleep. It's defendable, with not a problem at all. The other thing you notice is that in certain sections of the mine, there is fungus on the walls, up on top and on below, that glow, that provide dim light everywhere. It's not in all sections, but in certain sections of the mine, you find that this is out.
I'd like to take a small sample of this glowing fungus.
If you would like to also give me a history check or intelligence mining, which you can have your dwarven proficiency doubled on it, roll me that.
Okay.
What this fungus is.
All right.
Well, my history got me a 14.
14's not bad.
And I can roll, but what
You
can I roll?
roll your history intelligence, but add your additional double your proficiency bonus for your dwarvenness because it's dwarven mine.
So that would be 15.
Does Bryn want to roll at all, or is she?
I was just going to ask. I wasn't going to butt in. Can I make a survival just to see if I've ever seen anything like this before?
Survival.
Nat 1. I too.
There's my girl. There's my girl.
I am now even.
Steven.
There's my girl.
We are true neutral right now. Me and Jim. 2 and 2. Awesome.
All right.
I don't see anything. It's probably edible.
Yeah, it's probably edible and stuff like that. But what Vero and Glassstoff realizes, this is basically.
I smack it out of Bryn's hand before she puts it in her mouth.
The light, it's dwarves and miners use this as their canary. So the oxygen levels are in here, it glows. When there's oxygen levels go down, it dims. So it's kind of the mining version of a canary. So
and it's not
edible, but it's glowing, and it's glowing relative. So and like I said, as you're traveling, some sections will have this, some sections will not. As you're traveling in the tunneling area. Oh, kitty.
Yep, she needed her eyebrows gooped.
So the first day, you make camp, and that you find a good place to make camp. You get a night's rest, no encounters. We're gonna expedite this process a little bit.
Aviro, as they set up camp, Aviro casts Unseen Servant, and the servant sets up his tent for him.
Perfect. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Everyone gets a good night rest. Any healing that needs to be done, any spell slots that come back, all that stuff comes
Okay.
back. So you get your nice long rest and sleeping, and the next morning you go out. Give me 2 survival survival. Everyone give me 2 survival checks as you start going out through following these tracks again.
Okay.
One's a 5, one's a 15.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Are we doing 2
Just 2.
or
You wanna do
just
2?
1?
Mhm.
2.
I got a 5
and a 12, 5 and a 15.
21 and a
Okay.
15.
Whoa.
So what happens is the tracks just lead. It's hard to tell because it's been a week. But what you can tell is that this area, because there's a lot of side caverns, they just basically comb this entire area as the tunnels kind of keep going. And for the next day, you are just combing these tunnels. A lot of the times you're like, wait a minute, Aviro, you're like, the fresher ones are this way, type situation. But the tunnels actually connect. So as you're searching around, you spend the day, you actually find where the latest tunnel, as they kind of searched around, and it leads further down into a cavern. So it's like this whole area, then you found the tunnel that leads them further down. And then by the next day, you're following where they're going, and it leads to another location, which they kind of searched completely. You make camp. So we're on day 2 now. You've completed day 2. You make camp. You're eating, like I said. So it's just this process of, like I said, you're finding enough of the tracks eventually, but it's taking time. And you expected this. You expected it to be, several days searching. Because like I said, they were searching a lot, but you eventually kind of find it. So the next night, there's no encounters or anything like that. All is good. Next night comes through. Everyone sleeps. No encounters. Day 3. Morning of day 3, you wake up. You're all good. 2 survival checks again, please.
You want us to keep track of our food?
You had enough, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, you had enough dry rations for like.
Well, I'm carrying a crap ton,
like
so
3
that's
weeks
why
worth. So yeah. So
right.
A 5 and a 9.
Oh God.
An 18 and a 21.
Ooh.
Thank
Oh,
God.
it's your turn.
There's my girl.
It's your turn.
Keeping us on track.
Glass off.
6 and
Okay.
7.
Yeah, so this time,
Nailed
because
it.
of the tracks are so dirty and stuff like that, you're kind of making your way. Now, halfway, as you're starting to, what the interesting part about this day is as you're making your way further down in these areas, you notice more cobwebs in the area. And they're on the walls and things like that. And the area seems just to be a little bit more dusty and cobwebby. And as you're getting further and further, a few more hours later, you can see where, and actually, Bryn, you notice that where their cuts are, there's certain areas where the webs were just like moved over. And that it was clear that they were kind of pushed aside as they were moving in this direction. That's how you could tell from the direction that this adventuring group was going. Not necessarily by the footprints, but why the webs were disturbed. And some of them gone back in the week, but most of them haven't. And as you're getting a little bit further into this area, the webs get thicker. Like whole wall, like a whole tunnel is just webbed up. And you know that they didn't go in that direction. But you can see where there's another tunnel where it's been sliced and burned, and they went that direction.
Ooh. Okay. This is easy. This is why I rolled so well. The tracking in this section is easy peasy.
You recognize it?
Yes.
Nail it.
You eventually come into it's like I said, the webbing gets a little bit thicker, and you kind of push aside, and it comes to a large room. And the thing you notice in this large room are three giant spiders. Dead, decomposing, that have been defeated.
Yes.
Take it.
You're about
I'll
to say
take it.
butt?
I'm just that what you know, if you'd like to give me an investigation check on, or a medicine, is there medicine here? Yeah, or a medicine check.
Can I do survival to inspect the dead animal?
Oh yeah.
I would like to see if they have any venom sacs left that perhaps I could harvest.
I got a 6.
You're not sure how old. Probably, yeah. It's been dead. It's been slashed. There's little animals eating it. Aviro?
Nat 20. Nat 20.
There we go. Nice, Jeff.
26.
The
There we go.
naturals. We're
Investigation.
gonna have to change our name.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Aviro, as you're searching, you notice that there is one spider left. That its poison sac is still intact, even though it's been a week. And most of the stuff has been delayed.
Oh.
All the other ones have lost their poison sac. There's still a poison sac left. You yes,
cut
you
it
can.
out?
Put that on your sheet.
Just real quick, did anybody write down the 18 silver pieces that we found on the
21
goblins?
silver pieces.
Or 21 silver pieces?
I did.
I did not.
So
I did
All
not
right.
write it down.
Thanks,
Okay,
Jay.
well, yeah.
I'll put it.
Okay.
I'll put it in. I'll put it into chat when we.
Okay, I'm just gonna add it to my inventory so that
Yeah.
we're tracking. it.
Sure.
Yeah, does someone have a, I don't know, party treasure?
Yeah, me.
Not-
Okay.
So
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Appreciate you.
You're our secretary.
So as you're moving through this, as you're searching this area, it was clearly there was a battle here several weeks ago, or about a week ago. The adventurers definitely came here. They fought the spiders. They seemed there's some blood, not of the spiders. So there's probably some combat, but the trail leads through this cavern and kind of continues on. So it's very, very clear a battle happened, but they survived and moved on. All 4 moved on.
Wow. I almost get ready to kick one of the spiders, and then I kind of make eye contact with Glassdock, and I'm like, are you starting to feel like they might be more experienced than we gave them credit for?
No.
Why not?
well, they may have
killed
gotten
3
this.
of these things.
Yeah, but they obviously didn't deal with the goblins that were up above us.
Well,
so
maybe they weren't stupid and didn't stick their noses where it didn't belong. Maybe that's a
Well,
bad plight on us.
maybe
and them.
maybe they let the goblins sneak up on them.
That's a good point. Well, onward and downward, I suppose.
So as day 3 starts to end, the one thing you notice too is the tracks. There's what appears to be a fork in the road in the tunnels. And it's clear that they were looking either way. And you're pretty sure this is from where the direction that's coming from, you can either go kind of a right or to the left. They went to the left, but then stopped about 5 feet and then came back. And the tracks eventually go to the right. And they're pretty sure, and that you notice that there was a mark on the left one, as if they have a symbol to remind them that, okay, like a secondary, junction of going that direction.
Like it is a viable option. They just didn't do
It's
it this time.
a viable
Is
option.
that-
They didn't go. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
The other thing that you
Okay.
might have noticed, because of some of the good rolls that you had, you notice. Oh, actually, Aviro, you notice this too. It's clear that some of the symbols that they're putting on here, you suddenly realize that over the course of time, the last few days, you've been seeing certain symbols in chalk on some of the walls at different times. They are clearly going and reminding them, or let me backtrack for a second. You only see a small amount of symbols. If someone is searching this area, there should be more symbols to help them get back. They might have a map.
Oh.
Or, and it may or may
Aha.
not be a very good map, but they do have it's something
Something.
that's helping them kind of convey the navigate a little bit better. You're navigating. So here's the other thing. And it just dawned on you, getting back all the way up to this point is kind of, there's a lot of tunnels to the side and things of that nature. This is kind of your waypoint. So from here on, it might connect back up to each other. So this is like a very long outskirt, but there's going to be tons of tunnels and other things else in this area. But this is the way to get back. Anything from down here further on might be other, but to get back, you have to come from one of these two tunnels to get back to the main area, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's either one of those two ways. But again, like I said, they probably have a map of some sort, unknown what the level. And you do find just past this to the right, their campsite. That they camp, and you've been seeing where they've camped different locations in your travels through the day. So day 3 ends, you're camping. Any evening conversations? So servant gets your tent put together and everything else. Instinct servant does that. Any other conversations before bedtime?
Bryn is just glaring daggers at Aviro still, but then kind of like every so often sort of softens and like shakes her head and then just keep like tending the fire. Is there a fire? We can't probably light a fire down here at the cave.
It's a little, there's a little smoky, but not too bad. But the one thing that you notice where there is some up the camp areas, you have a high ceiling and there's some air, like holes that go up to the air to be able to provide air in the air.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, so there is some venting.
Nice. There's a little bit of venting locations.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, to help temper Bryn's attitude, we'll break out some. If we're going to make a campfire, we'll break out the brewer's supplies and we'll make something up for her.
I am watching Glassstock make all of this, and I'm just like asking so many questions about how to make it and how it all works. And I'm probably getting a little bit annoying to Glassstock.
Oh no, he loves doing this because this is a family business. His dad is a brewer.
It's like a passion project, and so I'm listening intently, genuinely intently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like watching this whole thing, and it's fascinating.
Yep. Yeah,
I was throwing darts at his dartboard that the unseen servant is holding.
Have to apologize because the fire is only so hot. We don't have a lot of time to do certain things, but he'll whip something up that should brighten Bryn's spirits.
No pun intended.
Nice.
And she looks at Glassstock and she's like, "Well, do you have any aged? That's like old, hidden away somewhere?"
No, not on me, unfortunately.
No, not on you, but like back home.
Well,
where is home?
Obviously back home.
Yeah, Glassstock, where is home? You've done very forthwith with that.
Yeah, I haven't been back home in quite a while. Dad and I had a bit of a falling out, but
oh no.
I'm actually part of the reason why I wanted to come to Saltmarsh is my uncle lives here. So
really,
well, that's the last I heard.
Why didn't you ask around when we were in Saltmarsh?
Exactly, we could have.
Well, we had other things that we were doing, and it's
This isn't important. We just have to find 4 corpses.
Well, when we get back to the surface, maybe I'll start asking around.
And just goes, "He's a dwarf."
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to go find him as soon as we get back up top.
Of course.
I want to end and at that statement and at Aviro's fervent, of course, I want to insight check Glassstock. Ooh, that is a 17. Do I get a sense of like, you tell me, Jim, like what am I sensing off of Glassstock?
Yeah, you can tell that he and his father don't didn't see eye to eye, but there is another reason why he left.
Okay. Okay.
So
Bryn chooses not to push but
Yeah.
kind of like narrows her eyes for a second at him and then just kind of shakes her head. And
but he does seem genuine about the fact that he has an uncle that is somewhere near Saltmarsh.
that's
So
the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why did you leave home, Glassdog?
well, I
He told you. He got into a fight
Dad-
with his dad.
Dad and I, not quite eye to eye on certain things.
Which certain thing?
Dad wanted me to go into the brewing business. I wanted to be a soldier.
Oh, I see. The
Yeah.
life of
So-
violence is not one well quenched.
Yes. So yeah.
kinda like-
Understood.
I look back at Aviro for this verbose response, and I'm just kind of like, I kind of roll my eyes. I'm just sitting waiting for the beer.
And it flows.
Could I boil some water to make some tea? No, there's no room on the fire. Oh, there's
No. You're more than welcome to, Vero. Sorry. I mean, if you want to use the water that I'm using to boil to create the steam for the the drip system here, you're more than
Well,
welcome to use that.
I suppose we shouldn't waste. I'll use a bit of that.
So as the evening concludes a bit, the spirits flow, the tea bubbles, the servant pitched a tent, the unseen servant pitched your tent, and everyone relaxes and gets your shifts into guard shifts as appropriate, and your evening goes without issue again. And day 4, you wake up and you know that there's no tracks coming back either direction too. So it might be getting close. You're 4 days you've been traveling in this direction. 2 survival checks, please. See how well you find your way.
Oh God. Ah. I got a 12 and a nat 1, which is a
There we go. There's my
Which is a
girl
total-
again.
which is a
Yeah.
total of 4.
16 and an 11.
Alrighty. Yes,
A fickle mistress.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I got a 17. Oh, two
Nice.
17s. Yes.
What?
Yeah, you're finding.
Hey, Carrie, we're just going to keep playing off each other. I'm going to
Yeah,
roll like
this is
crap.
good.
Then you're going to be good.
Yin and
You're
yang.
gonna,
It's
yeah. So
we're good.
Vero's going to look at rocks as you go along.
And during this,
This is igneous.
so during the days, you do see a little bit of rats through all the last few days. There's bats and stuff like that. We talked about the small ones running around. As you get a little bit closer here, the amount of rats and stuff like that on this day isn't as prevalent. So there really actually isn't any. You don't see, as you're searching and you're kind of going in this direction, you're running around the searching, and you kind of see that they eventually they search one direction, they kind of go to another section, they go to another section. And about, I would say midday, you go and you find that they're going into another straight tunnel, which is a good, this tunnel is like a good 50 feet. And you get to dun, 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 boom. You get to here, and the one thing you notice in this particular area, if you see roll 20, there's a cart here,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
deep into the mines. So this cart has been aged. This cart is definitely decades old and stuff like that. You see a torn backpack right here.
Oh, I want to look at it. I want to look in there. I want to
There's
search.
nothing in there, but it's been ravaged. Like somebody went in, just dumped everything out, looked at it, ripped it apart, and just left it.
Torn.
Is there any
How?
like junk on the ground, like that they would have like left
Nope.
behind, or
It
nothing?
seems everything
Okay,
whatever
wow.
was there was taken.
Does it look like a relatively new backpack, or like one like as old as the
No,
cart?
it looks like a relatively new adventurer's backpack.
All right.
How is it
Blue.
torn,
It
though?
appears that there's a slash mark on it and then ripped.
Okay. Is there any blood?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like we are the second one to find everything down here, including this. And I hold up the tattered, dumb backpack and then kind of toss it off to the side.
So you do notice that there is the tunnel going this direction and a smaller tunnel going that direction.
Do we notice any prints or any other signs? Are we still following
You're following
footprints?
there at this point. What was your second survival check? Your survival checks were
Mine were
Mine-
both
yeah.
terrible.
Mine
Mine was
were
a
both
9 and a nat
17s,
1.
and then
These guys kicked ass.
Avero's. What was Avero's second run?
My second one was an 11. My
Blast
first one
off.
was
You
16.
see there are prints all over the place. Goblin prints, footprints, as well as the group. You don't know which, you can't tell which direction they came in, but both the tunnels have goblin prints and also the adventurers.
I say, Bryn,
Well,
could I have that backpack for a moment?
I go over and I have resolved this morning over breakfast to try to be nicer to Avero. And I kind of sigh and I like go over and I pick it up from where I threw it. And I'm like, here you go.
I take it and cast mending on it so that it is now fixed, and roll it up and stow it in case we find them. You might want their backpack.
I hate to
I
tell
might
you,
want
buddy.
the backpack back.
Yeah, they're not going to have any use of this.
Well, then we might need another pack.
He's not
Jay, can I
wrong.
make a hearing perception check
Sure.
to see if we hear anything being echoed through any of the
Okay.
halls? Show up. What I get? Oh, 21.
21. You do not hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, I suppose we just flip a coin then. Hey, boys?
Pharaoh digs out a coin, and then Mage Hand flips it.
All right, heads we go north, tails we go south. Anybody want to call it? I guess we don't have to call it. It's just heads or tails.
Right.
What is it?
High low. High low. Why are you not rolling? High low. It's a 13, so that's high. So heads.
Heads. That means we go north.
So we're going down this direction.
Yep.
Real quick
Mhm.
before we go. The passage here, it's obviously narrower,
Yes.
correct? But is it
There might be that first one is a little bit of a squeeze, but it's not it's not going to be too difficult to squeeze through it. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm worried about this direction.
About
You're
east.
worried about everything. And that's saying something coming from me.
Well, here's the thing. So there's obviously been a lot of goblin traffic in this area.
Right.
If they went north, which makes the most sense because that's the passage that's the most easily traversed,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
goblins can get through this area much easier than normal sized people.
True.
So what are you saying?
Are you saying you want to go to the east?
I'm worried that that's where the goblins are.
So we shouldn't go that way.
Oh.
That's a great reason for not going that way, because that's where the goblins are. Let's not go that way.
Right?
In fact, why don't we just turn right around and go back home? I think that's a brilliant idea.
Aviro, you were onto something. Maybe you should quit while you're ahead.
Yeah. Jay, the cart, is it in condition that it could be moved?
Yeah, you could try to move it and block that area if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to.
It's going to take some time. Give me an athletics roll. It's not going to be too difficult, but being able to...
Can I help him?
Do it at advantage.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
It's just to see how much noise and stuff it takes and being able to move and being able to block it up.
Let's see. So first roll, 15, second roll.
15. Yeah,
15.
no problem. You get it in there and you can wedge it in there pretty well that it's going to be, it's going to block that corridor pretty well.
Okay. And I want to, basically I want to make like a sound type of trap. Like if anything was to come that way, I want to stack some rocks up there and stuff too. So that if they had to go through that, they would have to move stuff and make noise.
Okay.
I just don't want anything sneaking up on us.
Yeah, not a problem. All righty. As you've done that and you're moving your north. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a little more. So as you're moving north, you get to about like right here. You can see that kind of looking into the cavern a little bit. It's a larger area that kind of opens up. You're not able to see too far in, but as you get to about right there.
Okay.
You're on you're on a different level. You're not pinging.
Oh, that would be important if I was on the right level. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Right there, and you can kind of see in so far this area.
Okay.
If you're gonna enter in. All right.
Yeah.
So since you entered in. You see a corpse.
Of?
A goblin.
Okay.
Oh, good question. Oh my God. Oh, you got me. You got me good.
How long has it been dead?
Maybe a week.
Maybe that's... Oh.
Ooh, dang. Okay.
Maybe a week.
Maybe these guys like did their job and were just super disillusioned with the Adventurers Guild.
I still don't like it.
Bryn gets up to the goblin and she hears Glassdock say, I just still don't like it. I'm like, you don't like anything. You're a grumpy old man.
Yep.
No lies.
Grumpy old man who's trying to keep your cute ass alive.
You think I'm cute? You're adorable, and I ruffle his hair to piss him off, and then I kind of keep looking around the cave for more signs that they came this way.
There's a lot of signs, and there looks like there's a lot of fight. There's some blood down here as well.
Okay. Was the goblin looted?
Yes, there's nothing on the body. There's nothing left on the body.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. All right. I'm looking around for I guess, are there any more of those marks? Are there any markings that they would have left in this area?
No, there's no more.
No. Okay.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, I will. Perception check is 16.
The marks stop here, and there is a big fight here. There's a lot of blood here.
Oh.
And you're pretty sure the footprints change. There's not as many adventure footprints. There's more dragging prints.
Goblin. Ooh, shit.
Ooh, so they got
Yeah.
Maybe they are alive and maybe they got taken prisoner.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking, I think.
Or they
If
drug
they
their,
just, if
or
they
they
had just,
drug their corpses away to feast on them.
no. Goblins don't eat human. They're like elf.
I kind of like
How
look
do you
over
know?
when he says goblins don't eat humans. I kind of like look over at Aviro. I'm like, and I kind of shrug.
No, because they would have just killed them and then looted the bodies and left them.
Hmm.
I mean, look at they left
Why
one of
would
their
they?
own.
Why would they have taken them then?
Maybe they're worth something. Maybe they're using them as slaves.
Oh,
Jay?
the one girl was rich.
While they're having this conversation, Aviro casts detect magic.
Ooh.
It goes 60 feet, correct? And if I recall, it goes about 60 feet cone, and you're kind of, are you doing it in the area? Oh,
30 feet.
And then it's only, like I said, only the area that you can see. It doesn't go through, or it goes through a small amount of wall, but nothing.
That's a good question.
Yeah, but at this point, so
Probably not,
yeah, it's not
Nothing's coming up.
nothing's coming up that you can see right now.
Well, it was worth a try.
Yeah, there I would say nah, that you can tell in the area.
And I'm still talking with Blastock, and I'm like, that one girl, she was rich, right? I mean, she probably had clothes on her like she was rich. The wizard that was with them. That's what our handler said.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if they noticed that and thought that they could be smart about it and take a ransom or something? Maybe that's why they took them, if they did take them. If they don't eat people, which I have heard of goblins eating people. I don't know where you're getting your information.
Just trying to get back at Aviro for you. Okay, so we can.
Listen, he's concentrating on detecting magic.
Exactly. So we can assume they got dragged this direction, Jay. Okay.
I'm gonna keep concentrating on detect magic. I can do it for 10 minutes, and it's just within 30 feet of myself at all times. For 10 minutes, so I'll just keep that up.
So yeah. So from here we proceed with a lot of caution, and I turn and look at Aviro. A lot.
Am I anything but cautious? Shh. Am I anything but cautious?
Keep your voice down.
Killed. All right. Well, I think this is just about it, boys. Got to be coming up on them soon.
Yep. No, that's not good.
Oh, no.
So as you get to about right here, around this turn, you see on the back wall 3 corpses.
Are they
Kind of
corpses?
What's that?
Are
What
they
kind of
people?
corpses?
Well, you see that some of them were dressed in adventurers gear, but most of the adventurers gear is off. And that's when you hear
Shit.
as you see several goblins pop out from the area. And that is where we're going to hold for tonight.
Oh,
And we're going to start initiative next week.
An ambush. Oh no.
You see the
Is it an ambush if we're actually
you
expecting
see
it?
3 corpses or 3 of the adventurers. They appear to be dead in the corner, stripped of their equipment. There is an elf, or a half elf, a human, and one of the other ones. So there's one missing that you can't see yet, but
Okay.
and it's the rich girl is not there. The cleric.
There you go.
The cleric is
Carrie.
not there.
Good call, Carrie.
So
We'll get the money.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. This has been a very exciting game.
Yes, it has.
We are going to be, everyone remind, so next week we will be following up. So next week on the,
Yes.
I can read, the 15th, we will be playing again.
15th.
Instead of every other week, because we took a hiatus last week, we're going to do 2 in a row. So we get to find out what happens right away next week. So join us next week on the 15th, 8 p.m. when we roll for initiative. So we're going to go around the table and please tell us who you are, where can we find you, and all that other good stuff. We're going to start with Jim first.
So yeah, Jim, Hawkmare1 on Twitter. Obviously you can find me here on the Wednesday nights when we play. Coming up on Sunday, the 19th,
Yeah.
Jay? We have our last episode of Shadowport Adventures over on Big Bearded Nerds channel, where in our Star Wars campaign, our characters found an abandoned Camino facility, and in the process of liberating the hidden equipment there, the Empire has shown up, and my character is separated from everybody else. So we get to see how that
Never split the
plays out.
party. Never split the party.
And then on Thursday nights on Blue Water Dragoons channel, I play a ranger / hunter, and we use the Fate system in her campaign.
Very cool. In chat, I've got some commands in there, so I just need to update yours, Jim, for that. So,
okay.
And so thank you so much, Jeff. Where can we find you?
The Minneapolis-St. Paul general metropolitan area is where I can.
Anything you'd like to promote?
Your online
And
presence,
who are
Jeff.
you? Yeah.
I am Jeff, and I have no online presence. You are witnessing my online presence. This is it.
Yay.
You all are the totality of my online presence.
Oh, that's like a Hallmark card.
Right?
So.
You are the totality of my online presence.
Thank you so much. Carrie, where can we find you, and what do you do?
Yeah, I am Carrie, and on Monday nights I play over on Mini Terrain Domain, and we are playing the Candlekeep Mysteries. This month we are off, but we are running some pre-recorded solo shots of each of our characters. If you tuned in last week, you would have seen my character Tira get hers, and that is available on VOD and already on YouTube if you're curious. So that's always fun. On once a month on Big Bearded Nerd, I play in a Call of Cthulhu game. Our next game is the 12th of January, and so that's really fun. Again, that's on Big Bearded Nerd. And also once a month, I play on another channel called Dice Tales Live, and that's just me and some friends that I actually have met in real life, unlike these lovely gentlemen. And our next game is the 14th of December.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You sing Dice Tales. Ooh.
We do that frequently. In fact, our logo looks very much like that logo, but is legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
That makes me happy.
Hi,
Very
everyone.
important. Thanks, guys.
I'm Jay, also known as Neofed3 in the socials. As Jim was saying, you can find me on the 19th for Shadowport Adventures. We will be finishing up Season 2, Part 1. Season 2, Part 2 will be later in February. I also, next Tuesday on Mini Terrain Domain, will be the Legends of Saltmarsh, which is the fraternal twin of this game. And the spoilers are going back and forth on this. And there's going to be more, because of how we're on, I guarantee there's going to be some huge spoilers dropping next week on this game. So,
good.
Be prepared. The battle, and
there's a weird goblin up top. I'm nervous.
Then, besides that, I will be month of December is going to be quiet as the holidays come around. January we're going to be picking up. I'm going to be doing a little bit more on the channel in 2022. So we're looking for some more shows, some more stuff. There is going to be a 3-part Star Wars Slug Games
Yes.
which is the
Yes.
Squid Games Star Wars Hut version.
Oh my.
What?
Yes, I've made the Hut
That sounds
version of
delightful.
Squid Games called Slug Games.
Slug game.
There might be some merchandise I Survive Slug Games I'm in the process of looking at.
Wow.
The games consists of pin the tail on the Rancor, dodgeball of death, and 4 square 9 square of
Thermal
elimination.
detonator.
So that's going to be
Hey.
coming up. We're right
That
now
sounds
looking
delightful.
at players, and if we get enough, we might have 2 different teams that that may pit against a PvP game. If we get enough players and selected. So who knows? That's coming down. So look for that late January, early February, depending on how February turns out, because everything's starting to open up in February. We'll see. It might get pushed back a little bit, but we'll see on that part. But yeah, that's working on right now. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be some fun.
That's going to be fun.
Fun.
That'd be awesome, dude.
And then I've got some other news that I can't share just yet. That's coming in February. That we'll see how that
What
goes.
good are
So,
you?
February's going to be a busy month. So,
Awesome.
but anyways,
Awesome.
thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. If you check us out on VODs, if you've missed anything, check out Mini Terrain. Check out everyone from there. Thank you so much. And you have. Oh, we're gonna raid.
Hey, we're gonna raid. I was
we
gonna say
are
we're
gonna
gonna
raid
raid.
because I know how to raid. You know what? We're gonna raid the dungeon run.
Oh, okay.
Dungeon
The
run.
dungeon run is awesome. They're like I said, great people. They have excellent players. They're voice actors at times. They're actors themselves. So they are a great group of people. I've gotten to know them. I've played with them on a regular basis at times. So it's great. So we're going to raid them. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much and have a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.